everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie. On this episode of CD Junkie, I'm going to be talking about a great British band by the name of Miracle Mile. If you've never heard of them, I definitely recommend you to stick around. This is a band that, they're not going to hit you full throttle with some great, power pop chords or synth lines or heavy drums. This is a band that's going to hit you with deeply emotional, layered songs. Things that are going to reach down and touch parts of your soul or your heart that normally don't get touched by music. I mean, this is stuff that is honest and it can be hopeful, it can be dark, it can be gentle, it could be sometimes haunting. Now, the way that I got into Miracle Mile, let's start with that first, then I'll just give you a brief history here. I got into them because I had read an article in one of the British trades that former Haircut 100 bassist Les Nemish had joined a band called Miracle Mile. And I said, I got to check them out. Then somewhere else I read that Phil Smith from Haircut 100 had joined it. So I figured, well, this could be the next Haircut 100. Well, I can't remember how I heard them because it was very difficult to get a hold of their CD because this is the early 90s. And the only CD that they had released was like, a promo only, trying to shop it around. But I heard something by them, maybe on a compilation or somebody played me. And it was, very sort of jangly guitar, maybe more along the lines of what Mexico 70 would be later be doing or what Aztec Camera would be doing. Something along those lines. It wasn't, super hard and heavy, but it wasn't soft and, mellow either. But it took me years and years and years to finally track some CDs down. I discovered them, and through moves and all this kind of stuff, I lost track. And then all of a sudden, I read that there's a new album coming out called East of Eli, which is now available. You can get it from the Last Night from Glasgow label. It's really an incredible album. But then I did some more research. And, of course, on Bandcamp, and I'm going to put the link in the description box below, you can buy their catalog. And I started discovering this music. I mean, I played this stuff for months before I could actually afford to buy it. And it is, if you love groups like It's Immaterial, Not Drowning Waving, My Friend the Chocolate Cake, The Bathers, sort of the soft, emotional songs that sort of, they unveil themselves over time. They're not just, jingle, jangle, la, 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 fade out. It's actually stuff that by the time the song is ending, you're going, wow, that's a real honest, real touching, real beautiful songwriting. And it all comes from the pen of Trevor Jones, who started the band way at the beginning. The early days, he had a partner by the name of Steve Davis, and that was in the jangly years. But then roughly, I guess by their third album, Steve Davis had left the band. Then their studio musician or studio bass player named Marcus Cliff took over as producer and co-songwriter with Trevor. And then they continued down that softer, gentle path, and it became the Miracle Mile sound. The haunting layers of the music. They have B.J. Cole and Melvin Duffy come in and play pedal steel on a lot of tracks, and it doesn't sound country, but they add this layer, this haunting beauty to these songs, and the melodies are amazing. And you'd think that maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 albums of this style, it's going to get nuts. No, not at all, because they keep it interesting. There's different musical themes that just, swim out of every album, and sometimes they may not go back to that. Sometimes they'll adapt something new with each album. Now, through their career, roughly after about 2013, the group became a little bit more personal, and Trevor Jones decided to rename the band Jones, and then he took over most of the songwriting. Now, Marcus was still with him. He was still his musical partner, doing all the, production and playing, a lot of the instruments. And he was still playing the same physical role in the band, but the songs were closer to Trevor Jones's heart, So, it was his musical journey on those albums by Jones. And some really amazing albums. Some of them are a little bit more stripped down than the Miracle Mile albums, but just really this incredible body of work. I mean, look, this is the stack here of Miracle Mile CDs, and I'm going to go through these real fast with you. So let's dive into the Miracle Mile and Jones catalogs, and I will be right back with you. Bluer Skies than This came out in 1991. It's more of a demo. It's not really their first official album per se, so it's not really in their catalog per se, like on Bandcamp and stuff. You can still find copies out there. The first official album was called Bicycle Thieves, and this is from 1997. This is when they were the sort of more, guitar jangly, Trevor Jones, Steve Davis years, and Trevor Smith, Les Namish, Phil Smith, and stuff were in the band as well. Candids is more of a collection of things that had come out, and counts as their second album. It moves on and continues that guitar poppy sound that was so prevalent on Bicycle Thieves. But by the time Slow Fade came out, this was 2001, Steve Davis left the band, Marcus Cliff joined, and this is when they started moving towards that more emotional sound that I told you about. Alaska really is the first full album in that new style, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful album. Some really great songs. Stories We Could Tell came out in 2004. Another great collection of songs. This just shows them just adding this moody, atmospheric yet lovely sound. Glow was another fine album. This one, I remember getting a lot of press. It has a typical sort of booklet in it, but it also comes with an extra booklet that tells you about the whole process behind making the album, the songs and stuff. So, it goes really, really in depth, which is sort of a nice, you can see what the inner workings of the band are. Really, really wonderful stuff, as I have said many times before. 2007, out comes the album Limbo, and this continues. I mean, it's just beautiful. The songs are haunting. When you get B.J. Cole or Melvin Duffy doing the pedal steel, it just adds so much of a layer to it. In Cassidy's Care, 2013, another just emotionally moving, warm, haunting, beautiful album. Now, this is a collection of album tracks. If you're going to start somewhere, start here, because it's a great, great collection of songs. And it'll catch you up to date on the earlier stuff before they became Jones. Now, the Jones material, which I'm going to show you right now, Hopeland was the first album. This is when Trevor Jones sort of took over the songwriting, and Marcus Cliff was still there, but it was more personal from Trevor Jones. In his solo albums, he also has songs that have poetry in it. So you're going to get some pop songs, and the occasional songs he'll tell a little story or something. Keepers came out in 2011. Really a nice addition to the catalog. Wonderful album. Ghost of Song is kind of a best of Jones so far, and that's a nice one to get. If you don't know which Jones album to get out of the first two, then just choose that one. And then, of course, this one is called To the Bone. Came out in 2014. Another just a wonderful collection. It's a lot more personal. Trevor Jones is just describes life in just really beautiful ways. Happy Blue came out in 2015. Wonderful, just gorgeous tracks. It's very emotional. I can't say anything more. Now, Carver's Law is a great album too. There are some poetry tracks on it. I've compared them to Not Drowning Waving and My Friend the Chocolate Cake, which are bands led by David Bridie. He actually appears on this album. So I guess I wasn't that far off. And then finally, this is the brand new album. This is actually back under the name Miracle Mile. It's called East of Eli. You can get this from the Last Night from Glasgow label, and it is stupendous. This is a great gateway album into the entire catalog because it's hard to describe. It really is, and it's just a wonderful album. And that's as far as I know, that's the Miracle Mile catalog. Isn't that amazing? These are just incredible albums. So what I've done is I've put together a medley, and this is just to introduce you to their sound. It's hard to represent an album with 20 seconds, but I did it. So sit back, relax, give this a listen, and I will see you on the other side.
Could you believe that I was the only one to carve your name so deeply? Could you believe that only the lonely ones will miss you when you leave? Well, could you believe of all the people I have known, you take the biscuit boy, could turn a rusty nail to a bright and shiny toy. Here comes the rain again. Here comes the rain again. She look into my eyes and coming close. I know it's not too late to double the dose. We're coming closer. The words are hard to take. There's a bottle in his hands, and Harry's hands are shaking. And the love you get is the love you gave. See hope reborn on Carver's grave. Will you live your dreams? Will you watch them die with a simple truth or a telling lie? So take my hand and sleep. You've got far to go. You've got promises to keep. As time collapses and rewind, better to leave those things unsaid. Not letting you creep deep into my bones. Better the world of sticks and stones. Bottle it and call it home. Love letters and long goodbyes. Home's no place like home now, she sighs. I thought I was a dragon slayer, but the years they drip you dry. Now I'm just a bit part player, singing I love you goodbye, singing I love you goodbye. I close my eyes, I close my eyes, I see your face in every bar. The satellites and silver nights, oh there you are. I just want to give you something to remember me by. I just want to give you something to remember me by, to remember me by. Papillon, c'est ta chanson. You're back where you belong. Papillon, c'est ta chanson. Your dream go on and on. It feels like some kind of surrender. Retreat seems to lessen the pain. It feels like some kind of surrender. So kiss me once and kiss me twice. That second touch is twice as nice. Gotta learn to trust my own advice and those missives from above. So kisses from my love. Have a sunset on me. Have a sunset on me. Take what you see, it's all duty free. Let the spirits be. Have a sunset on me. Deepest despair and highest hope. She ducks and dives just like a rope-a-dope, and turns her fist into a velvet glove. Says it's time to get happy, time to find someone to love. A chapel flower morning, a chapel flower afternoon. Buds bloom, die too soon. We won't be seeing the evening. A chapel flower morning, where you could be you without me, but I couldn't be me. I finally see that I wouldn't be me without you.
Well, that's it. I hope this encourages you to check out the music of Miracle Mile. It's a really wonderful band, really emotional. If you love this dark and haunting and beautiful, there's a lot of hope in this music, and that's really what this world needs. Remember, if you're trying to figure out which one to get, there's Coffee and Stars, which is a great compilation. That's a Miracle Mile CD. Ghost of Song is a Jones compilation. You can get that off of Bandcamp. But the new album, I think, is one of, if not their best. It's called East of Eli, and you can get that from Last Night from Glasgow. I've got links in the description box below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.